Greetings everyone and any brony watching this channel. We are the Brony Central YT or YouTube if you prefer to, and we are bringing you a podcast to introduce our channel. We have myself as a host, Kaiskov09, and we have LordMarluxia11.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Welcome to our channel.
Alright, so as for an introduction podcast, we won't have many topics to discuss, mainly because there hasn't been anything happen besides the EG drama around the Brony fandom. Okay, so first topic is an introduction to our channel where we talk about what we're gonna do and how our channel is gonna work. Alright, I'm gonna start. This is gonna be sort of a community channel. Me and Marluxia are the admins of the channel, and we are the only ones with the privileges to access the account and alter, modify stuff to it and add stuff. But if you have something you want to see, if there's something you want to do, just send us a PM or try to contact us in any possible way, and we will try. And if the idea is good enough, we will try to work with that video with you. Or maybe sometimes we can invite some guests to our own ideas. Basically, it's a community channel where we make the videos the bronies want to see happening. Do you have anything to add about it?
I think you just said everything that needed to be said. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. We're open to everybody who wants to work with us and do some stuff. We're open to everybody, so if you have a good idea, or even if it's a bad idea, I guess sometimes we can turn it into a good idea and make something work. And there we go. That's it.
Yeah, and by the way, we're both Portuguese, so sorry for our accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna now go in a bit more in depth about what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on rants, maybe some comedy videos, and maybe the occasional review if I ever have the time to do so. And what about you?
I'm mainly going to rant.
Okay.
A lot. I'm going to rant a lot. I might do some reviews as well, but I'm not too keen on them because I always have a very biased opinion on stuff. So I may try to do some reviews, but don't expect too much from them. I'm basically just rants. Ranting is all what I'm about.
And the majority of your videos are gonna be unscripted, right?
Yeah, unscripted.
Okay, so your videos are unscripted, so they take less time to produce, and you will eventually see more content from him than me. My videos, I prefer to script them, so they take more production time, so I guess we have things balanced.
It takes a lot of time to script.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience to do it.
Then again, my reviews will probably be adaptations of my Tumblr reviews, so yeah. Okay.
Which you can go and read, and you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't go and read his reviews.
Yeah, I only have one so far, and I already left some people butthurt because of what I said about Discord. Anywho, I will leave important links in the description, so if you ever feel like checking that out, you're free to do so just by clicking on the bloody description. Okay, so that's basically what we're gonna do for the channel. It's a community channel. If you have any ideas, if there's anything you want to do with us, then try to contact us in any way possible, and we will proceed immediately to do so. And I fear that this podcast might be too short. Alright. Moving on to the next topic.
Love it, love it!
The humanized ponies.
It's not anything new, come on.
Okay.
Don't get upset over it.
It's not anything new, but I'll say this. While I'm not a fan of humanized ponies, those are so bad when compared to the fandoms.
No, they're not. I've seen much worse designs for humanized ponies. I've seen much worse.
I don't understand it. The majority of the humanized ponies just feel like a cheap excuse to make clopping feel better.
I might agree with you there, but still, no. Because the designs that Hasbro made, they have some sense. I'm still not digging the call-ups.
Hasbro aren't as bad as the ones that are over-sexualized, but they are still bad.
They're not as bad as they seem. I like the ones where they have no horns. no wings, no cutie marks on cheeks, and they actually look like human beings.
Okay, we get it. You watched the film, I didn't. And for those
Yeah.
asking about how did we watch it if we're not in America, do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
I'm sorry, I don't see piracy in going to YouTube and watching a video there. That's what I did. That's what I did.
Yeah, but the movie wasn't even allowed to be on YouTube. It will probably be removed in a matter of weeks.
I don't know. It had a pretty funny name. It sounded like, if you read it, it sounded like some Japanese little girl tried to spell it.
I know. It's hilarious. But still, it's that YouTube has a technology called Content ID Match, where they immediately search for content that belongs to another person. It's an automatic process, and
I downloaded the video.
yeah, me too. And I'm about to watch it. I'm still too nervous to watch it. And that's why Friendship is Witchcraft got removed from YouTube, because the visual content matched the episodes, which at the time Hasbro was trying to take down from YouTube. That's a whole another topic. That's a whole topic. So let's maybe not go into that one, because let's face it, we're kind of a bit late for that.
Yeah.
People already cried, but eventually weren't dealt with the situation, because it doesn't matter how many times you try to take down the episodes on YouTube, there will be always someone trying to put them back.
I don't need to put it back. Just like you said, I'm a pirate. I'll just watch it again on my PC.
Yeah, but still, and then again, taking in mind how popular that source was, that video of that film was on YouTube. You saw the amount of views it got because it was advertised on message boards, on Equestria Daily, on Meme Base, everywhere. Because of the increased popularity, my guess is that Hasbro will eventually find out and will take it down.
I'm not sure if you can take down a private video.
You can, because it's private, it's unlisted. It won't show up on search bars, it won't show up on subscription boxes, but as long as there is a link, you can watch it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm not into it, but yeah.
Because there's a difference between unlisted and private. Unlisted is when everyone with the link can watch it. Private is when only some people with the link can watch it. And those people are the ones you allow to.
Yeah.
Which I have to write down on the information box of the video for them to watch. So I have to write down their username. Okay. So, moving on. Going back to Equestria Girls.
Well, let me just say that.
I'm sorry, but I have to say this. Why did they think that was a good idea?
What, humanizing ponies?
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea, you know. Fans have been doing it for years, so it's not a bad idea.
It feels so out of place.
It doesn't feel out of place. It feels strange. It feels like the first time I saw Twilight Sparkle turning into a human, I looked at her and said, "What are you? You..." I was at a loss for words, because it was something that I have seen so many times before. But this time it was for real. It was official. And my first impression was, this can't be happening. And then it turned to, well, I guess it's really happening.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I watched the film and said, I'm glad this happened.
Alright.
Make another one.
Let's go back to season 1, when the show had just started. Would you at the time consider the idea of the ponies turning human good? Would you imagine the show Hasbro actually doing that? Would you?
Well, I started watching My Little Pony when the second season was already completed. So, and I was a hater before, so I knew a lot about it, and I definitely saw a lot of humanized ponies, cloth material, gore material. So I wasn't a newbie to the scene. But I decided to give it a chance, and I started watching the first episode. I liked it, and I thought, hey, they look better as ponies.
Yeah.
That was it.
But before the information was leaked, I had no idea Hasbro would ever think about doing this. It's not even fan service, as most people say, because of the amount of humanized ponies on DeviantArt or all that. Because if Hasbro went to DeviantArt, they would have seen incredible amount of clop.
It's money service.
And they would have said, no, we're not gonna do this. They did this because they want to compete with Barbie and Bratz and Monster High. Because of those toy lines come from their rival company, Mattel.
I do know why they made this, but I have to say, Hasbro is evil. Okay, every big company is evil, but considering what might have come out from an idea like that, to make money to compete with the rival companies, I reckon they could have made a much worse decision. Equestria Girls is not bad, but it could have been much, much worse.
Yeah,
it could have been much, much. Remember the prototypes, the first drawings that came out. Oh, remember that? Oh, okay.
Don't. I'm trying to forget. But it's obviously why they do this. Why didn't they just create a new IP instead of just slapping My Little Pony onto it? That's easy, because My Little Pony is their top franchise right now. It was just a quick way of milking the franchise.
Yeah, and they did it wonderfully, if I may add.
Yeah, honestly, I have no problem with that. The problem is that why would they need to turn the ponies into humans?
No, they didn't turn the ponies into humans. They turned Twilight into a human. The rest, they were all humans to begin with.
Okay,
Pinky,
okay.
Apple, Rarity, they all stayed in Equestria.
Let's not go into that multiverse theory, because I played Bioshock Infinite and I know how convoluted that can be.
I'm playing Bioshock right now.
Bioshock let's just say that you get a nosebleed every time you die in an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But
let's not go that way then.
Let's not go that way. Okay. So you watch it. I didn't, because I'm too afraid of it being bad and at the same time being afraid of it being good, because I fear that if I watch it and I like it and it's too good, then when I go back to the main series, I might feel unsatisfied and it annoying. I'm a bit afraid of that. What do you have to say about the movie?
The movie was good.
Okay.
The movie was good. It started a little slow. I have to say this, it started a little slow. I was expecting it to be like 5 minutes, then humans, but that didn't happen.
So it was time with the ponies, right?
What?
It had more time with the ponies, right?
Yeah, they spent some time as ponies, more than I had expected them to be.
That's actually a plus for me.
What?
That's actually a plus for me.
It was a plus for me as well, because I was like, well, at least I'm going to see some ponies in here. And the humor in the film is just amazing. I laughed a lot, and I watched this late at night yesterday, and I was thinking, I hope I'm not waking someone up, because I laughed hard watching the film. It has some great humor. Some of the best humor in the entire franchise is in this film, in my opinion. And there was something, other things nearing the end of the film, which I'm not going to spoil, but they are cringeworthy. Oh. And those I like the film as a whole, but it has some flaws.
Even more cringeworthy than the show's pilot?
Yeah, much more.
Oh,
at least in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion, I could be wrong. Some people may think I am overreacting, but that's what I thought. When you watch it, you're going to understand.
Hard to believe that something could ever be more cringeworthy than Giggle at the Ghosties, fixing a gay dragon's mustache, and
actually, Spike as a dog tries to put on a mustache.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, Spike was always a bit of a dog in the original show, so I really don't see why people complain about it.
Spike acts like a dog on that episode with Discord.
Oh yeah, I wrote that down on my.
Yeah, you wrote that. That's why I remembered it just now.
Yeah, I wrote that. Honestly, I never had trouble with Spike being a dog because honestly, he was always a different species. So why would he be human?
Yeah, I mean Spike as a human. I am guessing they could have made a better design for Spike as a human than the girls being human.
All right.
But they choose. Oh no, let's make the most cool character as a human. Let's make him into a dog. That sounds great. I mean,
I just
Spike has a lot of potential, but they don't want to tap into it.
well, according to Josh Scorcher, the movie was a 68 out of 100. Yeah, and
Yeah, it's in that spectrum. Yeah, around 65 and 75. Yeah.
Paleo gave it a 5 out of 10, and anonymous source on 4chan also gave it a 5 out of 10. The majority of the rest of MLP at 4chan is giving it a 3 out of 10, a 2 out of 10, and in case they were actually working hard on this, I'm terrified about the next season out of 10. Yeah.
Hell no, no.
What a downer.
It's not nearly as bad as they're trying to make it appear to be. The film is not that bad, not by a long shot, you know.
Then again, let's not forget that they pretty much ate everything past Lauren Faust. Which let's not go into in depth because the last time I actually said anything about MLP, the guys posted my comment on a thread and they got butthurt.
I was online when Lauren went to MLP on the other day.
Yeah, I said the whole stuff about them and they got butthurt. What they don't know is that I trolled them all. Or
I love you, Lauren. I love you.
Or they do because I didn't check 4chan after trolling them.
You know what? I think people tend to overreact to things, especially with this whole Lauren Faust shenanigans.
Yeah,
because just because she left the show, it doesn't mean that the show is not the show anymore. My Little Pony is still My Little Pony.
I guess that people who say that Lauren Faust had no influence on the show whatsoever so far up to this point don't know how production works.
Yeah.
Because
it's not like she does everything.
She's the artistic director, and it's not even that. It's the when they start and finish the works. By the time season 1 starts airing, they are already working on season 2.
Of course.
And by the time season 2 is already airing, they're already working on season 3. Lauren Faust was only left halfway through season 2. She was still working on season 2. She was still working on season 3. And taking in mind that she left halfway through season 2, it is kind of plausible that she kind of supervised season 3 as a whole because, well, season 3 is only halfway long.
Well,
okay, this might be a bit.
If you want to go that way, I know we are slowly getting sidetracked from the main topic. But now that you went through that track, let me just add this: that people got butthurt over Twilight Corn.
Yeah,
but Lauren did say she was expecting it to happen.
And she
had planned it for all along.
Yeah, actually she said it on 4chan and that she didn't understand why so many people were mad at that. Anywho, let's just say that this was just a bit of a far-fetched and a theory of mine. Do not take my word. Do not instantly automatically believe that this was true. It's just a theory because as a writer, I know that I need to have certain stuff in advance. I just can't write it off the bat and next week it is up.
It's up.
It doesn't work like that. There might be some times when you have to finish up a few touches, a few small details by the time the season is still airing, but by the time the season is already, it starts airing, the episodes must, at least the prototype or the conceptual form of those episodes must be already finished. If not, the most important episodes must be already done. That said, I'm talking about the season premiere and the finale. Those episodes must be already done by the time the season airs?
I reckon people who hate on anything past forced is they are not bronies. They don't like My Little Pony. They like Lauren Faust.
Yeah,
and they tend to hate anything that isn't related to her. And that's bad because they give us a bad name, okay? With all the hating.
Just for the records, I'm planning on working on a rant about it that came up on a chat I had on Skype a few days ago. LordMarluxia was on that call at the time, but then he left for some unknown reason, whatever. He were in the call at the time when we were talking about the fandom becoming a hateum, which I will address in a future rant.
I'll be waiting to.
I've talked to some Lauren Faust fanboys, and the majority of them, and most of have inconsistent opinions. It's not like they all agree on the same thing. One thing is that they say that season 3 is the worst of them all because of many factors, mainly because Lauren Faust wasn't working on the Ajax at the time the season aired. But I was thinking about. I knew what I was gonna say, but I kind of forgot what I was supposed to say back then. Then again, this is a good thing because we're dragging on the podcast as much as we can. It has to go.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it has to go over 1 hour because that's the common rule for podcasts.
Really? 1 hour?
Yeah, the majority of podcasts is 1 hour long. It can be shorter, it can be longer, but the majority is like that.
Challenge! 24-hour podcast. No.
No, let's not go that far. No.
It would be fun. Anyway.
It's just that most of them don't. While they agree that season 2 is the worst of them all, some go out of the way to say that all episodes are crap, including Sleepless in Ponyville, while some say that it just has some bad episodes, and some just say that it has some hidden gems. That's how most of the season 3 haters address season 3. Which, as I said on the meme that I just posted on my little Brony, season 3 was my favorite for many reasons that I might explain on a future video. But just for the sake of this podcast, I'll just say, season 3, unlike season 2, had a point. Season 1 and season 3 had a point. And saying that the season is bad because it's short, it's like saying that Portal is the worst game ever because it's short.
Yeah.
While it lasted, it was a blast.
I have to agree with you on.
And let's face it, both season 3 and Portal are replayable. I find myself constantly watching many episodes from season 3 more than season 2.
I think that the season 3 premiere, it just doesn't top anything else because season 2 had Discord.
Yeah, okay. So I guess many people might hate Summer, but
Magical mystery for the win.
The season 3 premiere is shrouded in mystery that I love, and it's a thought-provoking premiere that allows me to come up with many headcanons. The season 2 premiere doesn't do that. What does the season 3 premiere does that the season 2 doesn't? Well, the season 3 premiere has a lot of foreshadowing, which implies that they are preparing for something big. It's the groundwork for something big.
The finale?
Maybe not just that, because as we all know, the finale was also groundwork for something big in season 4. Yeah,
precisely.
I believe that they will bring back Somber. If not, Somber will become Dr. Wily of My Little Pony and will have this huge legacy and all that shit. Sorry for swearing in the podcast. Sorry.
Is that a big deal?
Actually, no. Screw it.
Yeah. I like to see Sombra teaming up with
the majority of my unscripted videos are always uncensored, so yeah, screw it.
Screw it. I don't script anything, so if I end up using bad language, don't be upset. I don't mean to offend anyone.
I have unscripted and scripted videos, but and I swear in both of them, but in my unscripted videos, I don't bother to censor it.
Swearing is good for you.
Not really.
It is.
You then can have a hard time holding it when you're with people in real life.
It helps you blow off some steam.
It does.
And it makes you feel better.
It-
So it's a good thing.
It really
As long as you don't offend anyone, of course.
does. Yeah. Alright, let's get back to ponies, goddammit.
Let's get back to human ponies.
Oh, dear lord. Then again, I might review the Crystal Empire in the future and explain why I like it so much, why it's my favorite premiere out of the three, but for now, let's just say that it had a lot of foreshadowing, and instead of feeling like a standalone story, it actually feels like the groundwork for something big.
I was actually kind of bummed because, the crystal ponies, they don't appear again. I mean, they kind of make some appearances here and there, kind of like,
Actually, they
Easter
up.
eggs, but they completely disappeared from the rest of the season. And it kind of felt like a wasted opportunity.
Well, there were a lot in games ponies play.
Yeah, but that's a whole different story, because, well, Games Ponies Play was in the Crystal Empire, but they didn't have a role, They were just there. They weren't doing
Yeah, but
anything.
you have to understand, the crystal ponies are just normal ponies shrouded in a crystal coat. It's just that. The only difference is that they are also they are shrouded in a crystal coat. They have a crystal coat, nothing else. Besides that, they are all normal background ponies.
Okay, then let me rephrase that. I wanted to see more about the Crystal Empire's mythos or something like that. I mean,
Which will probably be addressed in season 4. Look, the reason because season 3 only had 13 episodes is because some of the budget went to Littlest Pet Shop. Some of the budget went to that show.
That crappy show.
Yeah. Why? Just
why? I don't even know if it's crap because I never watched it. But if it's affecting the quality and the length of My Little Pony, then it's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. You see, they don't do this with Transformers. They don't do this with the Care Bear. So why would they do that with freaking Littlest Pet Shop? Hasbro, what the hell? Just what the hell, Hasbro? Why? Season 3 could have 26 episodes, but no! You had to put some of the budget for it. You had to cut some of the budget and put it on Littlest Pet Shop. A show that no one barely watches it.
That's truly horrifying. And Rarity didn't have an episode for her during season 3.
Well, and because of that they had to only add the essentials. Well, honestly...
And she acted like a bitch during the whole season.
Not really. Yeah, she was a bit of a background character, but then again, so was Applejack in season 2.
It's not like she was a background character. I felt that, isn't she supposed to be generous? She acted like an ungenerous person during the whole of season 3. I mean, I know it's cliche to bring back that episode with Spike and the gems. I'm not sure what episode is
that.
Just
for sidekicks, right?
Yeah, that one. Everyone gives Spike an enormous gem. Rarity gives him... What the fuck was that? I have nails that are bigger than that gem.
But maybe that gem is even more valuable than the other gems altogether.
It's not.
I'm still gonna believe by my headcanon.
No.
Rarity is third best pony.
Rarity.
Yeah.
Okay. I still... Let me see. First place, Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, I agree.
Second place, Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah.
Third place, Applejack.
I just said it was Rarity.
No, it's Applejack.
No, it's Rarity.
It's Applejack.
No, Applejack is in fourth place.
This was my list, okay? This was my list.
God,
I even got the Twilight Sparkle right, okay?
At least we got the first two right.
Applejack is just I don't know.
Okay,
I like
okay,
her
okay.
ass.
I thought
like
you
her
were
ass.
talking about my list, and I guess someone in the comment section on Facebook will point out how stupid I am and how my series about Lauren Faust and all that show and all that stuff was crap. I have the feeling someone will point that out.
Nobody's going to do that.
I have the feeling. It's on. The bet is on.
They won't. It's settled.
Okay then. Okay then. All right, carry on with your list.
Yes?
Yeah, carry on with your list. Yeah, on third place, you have Applejack. On fourth place,
It's kind of, well, I don't really have an order past Applejack. I know.
oh,
It's not a secret that the one that I like the least is Pinkie Pie. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. I have nothing against Pinkie Pie. I like her a lot. I like her personality, but I don't know.
I'm just gonna tell you this. If you think that getting hate for for considering Pinkie Pie your least favorite pony, then you do not know the hate of considering Fluttershy to be the worst of the main six. I'm gonna get my
Oh,
points.
but I like Fluttershy. I don't know. Every time she starts talking, I just
I'm just gonna say that
my mouth drops in awe, and I keep
she's
looking at her and imagining someone else.
she's too annoying for me, and her character development is a mess. If you want, I may tackle this on a separate video or a review on Tumblr. But for now, let's just say that because I don't want to piss off more Fluttershy fanboys.
I agree that with you. She doesn't have very good character development, but I still like her.
Unlike the others, it's almost a traditional. After the episode, you go back to your older self, which always pissed me off in cartoons. The other characters, doesn't happen that much to the other characters because there are always some continuity nods, but with Fluttershy, you notice that a lot.
She has pink hair and a pink tail, and
So,
and wings and a soft voice.
so does Pinkie Pie.
Pinkie Pie does not have a soft voice, and she does not have wings, and she is not cute and soft and. I don't know. I like her. I like Fluttershy. She reminds me of someone. I don't know. I like personalities like that, all shy, because it makes me think if I was in there, I would be her white knight in shining armor or something like that.
Oh, God.
No, it's true. Not gonna lie, she's not my favorite character, but still, I like her personality. I agree that they could develop her more, like they did with other characters, but I don't know. Actually, I do know because my girlfriend is a human Fluttershy.
Okay, that's sort of understandable.
Yeah.
Then again,
So when I saw Gilda picking on her, I was like, "You leave my girlfriend alone, you big bitch!"
yeah, I admit when I saw that, I felt like choking Bart Simpson. You know, like when Homer starts choking Bart.
I know, and I am just hoping from the bottom of my heart that you don't want to choke Fluttershy.
No. I was talking about choking Gilda.
Ah, okay.
Like Homer Simpson chokes Bart Simpson. Why you will?
Yeah, she was a big bitch, but I like what Pinky did to her. Pinky, I mean, they all kind of had a part in it, but yeah.
Could Gilda come back in season 4? We don't know, and we don't even know if that works.
Yeah, she could come back. And Fluttershy could kick her ass. I mean, she made what was that? It was a cockatrice, yeah? That was how
cockatrice.
Yeah.
Which the fandom instantly translated into cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not go that way, okay?
Even though it's actually an actual mythological beast.
Yeah, it is. I killed thousands of them in Final Fantasy 12.
And I found it in Forum Fantasy. Ever played Forum Fantasy? It's awesome.
Nope.
Going a bit off topic with the pony topic, Forum Fantasy is a game created by an admin on a forum where I go very often, in which it's Final Fantasy, but with the users of the forum as characters and enemies.
Really?
Yeah, and The game loves you to kill you in almost every single way. The majority of the ways the game kills you is drowning you in piss.
It's like Dark Souls mixed with Final Fantasy.
Yes. But with a light sense of humor.
A light sense of humor. I like.
Yeah, like you press a big red button
and
there is a nuclear explosion that kills you.
I'm still waiting for a JRPG game with ponies.
And trust me, it's filled with memes. Oh, and speaking of the JRPG with ponies, there's actually one I have on my hard drive.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not. It's called My Little Pony Elements of Harmony.
Why haven't you told me this before?
I thought you knew! It was on Equestria Gaming for a long while.
I don't go to those sites. I'm sorry. I am not a hardcore fan of ponies. I like ponies. I like watching the episodes. I like discussing stuff, but I never read a fan fiction.
Never?
I never read a fan fiction. I never read Cupcakes. Though I think there was one.
Just don't read it, please.
I never read any of those with Derpy. No, I am lying. I actually read one that was sent to me. I think it was Kuro. Kuro sent one to me.
Oh, yes, fan fiction. Yeah, I say.
And I did read it until the end, from start to finish, and I liked it. And I thought, well, this is pleasant. I might actually start reading fan fiction now.
Yeah.
But
the guy I read that fan fiction, it's actually not that bad. It's not the headcanon I had in mind for the lore of the show, but it works.
It works. It works, and since I never had read one before, I couldn't compare it to anything else, so I was like, okay, it seems good.
Well, I'm just gonna say this, if you decide to now read my fan fiction, which, by the way, some people on FM Fiction considered that it was a Twidash fan fiction, which was not, by the way. I am very mad at those people who said that. You will notice that I have different headcanons from him. And, well, you might feel a bit uncomfortable when reading it. But then again, we're drifting. I'm basically a bit
we are creating another topic.
Fan fiction in a non-shit, without any kind of shame. So let's just move on to another topic.
Let's move on to another topic.
Equestria Girls again.
Make another one.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because some time ago you said you were afraid it was good, and then you won't be as satisfied when watching the main series. Then I'm going to tell you this: they made this movie to make money, and if they make just a little money, they're going to make another one and get more money. So I'm guessing this is just the start of a little saga of My Little Pony Equestria Girls. Films.
Oh, please don't.
There will be more films based on this one, based on the concept of Equestria Girls. Because let's face it, Twilight made friends on the other side, and she's never going to leave them behind forever. She's going to go back and see them again. I am certain of it. So if you happen to like Equestria Girls so much that you get unsatisfied by watching the main series, don't worry, you will get more films for you to pleasure your mind. Not in a bad way, of course.
But still, there are two things that bug me about that movie. One, it's not the fact that they are humans, it's the fact that they are ponies turned into humans.
No, only Twilight turns into a human.
Okay, only Twilight. And the second thing that annoys me is that it's the first My Little Pony movie from Generation 4. We could have had an actual movie on Equestria. We could have had a decent one, but no,
This one is decent!
Then we could have had an outstanding movie, but no, we just have this one. We could have had an actual one with ponies in Equestria.
You'll get one with ponies. Stop whining!
I'm hoping for the second movie to be like that. Before then, I'm gonna whine until I get one, goddammit.
I'm actually hoping for a two-part movie for the next one. One in Equestria and the other one in the I'm not even sure what to call the other world. I mean, they have humans there, but it's the Canterlot High School with Principal Celestia. So I'm not sure what to call the other world. It's not the real world by any means. It's just a...
Wait. Right there.
Did I just tell something that upset you?
Principal Celestia.
Oh, come on. That's not a spoiler. Everyone knows about that.
Yeah.
What?
Principal Celestia.
And Principal Luna as well.
Two.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
They actually look like MILFs, you know?
What? Oh, God.
You know that stereotype of grown, strong women, strong adults.
I know.
Yeah, they are exactly like that. I reckon Celestia looked a bit tired. You know, being principal must not be easy. What?
Jesus Christ. Principal Celestia and Principal Luna. What's next? Lunch Lady Granny Smith and the Wonderbolts as the
Granny Smith is the cafeteria lady.
The lunch lady. Oh dear lord. What's next? The Wonderbolts as the school's soccer sports team.
I am not sure because I don't know all the background ponies. I mean, okay, the Wonderbolts are not background ponies, but I don't know them all. Just I glance over. Oh, here, there they are. I don't know that. And those background ponies, they were shown very quickly. Oh, they are the jocks. They are the Echo Kids. Those are the musicians. Those are that. So I didn't get enough time to.
Okay, I have a bit more experience on that. I might look into it when I actually see the movie.
I didn't even recognize Octavia. So.
And tell me that Lyra is there and she has an obsession with ponies.
What?
Tell me that Lyra is there.
I think she isn't.
Okay. Because you see, in the Brony fandom, there
I didn't see her. I didn't see her.
Might not
so
be aware of this because, as you said, you're not a hardcore Brony.
I know that Lyra wants to be a human.
Yeah, because of one episode she was sitting like Homer Simpson.
Yeah, that one. That one I saw.
Which episode was it, by the way? I don't recall.
What?
I don't remember in which episode was it.
I think it was on the first one.
On the first one, I have to look it up.
I think it was on the first one. Yeah. Okay. When Twilight is in Ponyville and she looks around her, oh my god, so many ponies. Where am I? I think in the background there's Lyra sitting like a human next to Bonbon. Yeah.
I think she was on the bench of the park of Ponyville.
It was on a park, yes. Okay. But I don't know exactly. You know.
Yeah. Maybe Dragon Shy, maybe not. I'll look it up after the podcast, maybe one day if I ever feel like it. For now, I gotta get a hold of the freaking fandom because they are getting a bit too hateful, if you ask me.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
everywhere I go, I'm gonna do a rant about it, don't worry. And I have screen capped a few comments to use as an example. I squeezed all the stupid out of the troll to get the most hate, to get all the hate I could get from him. And after I used green text in a 4chan-esque way, the guy got too scared and left.
It's so sad because, you know, this show is about friendship and tolerance.
It's amazing how we can be so hateful when we're fans of the show about friendship, love, tolerance, and peace.
Yeah, precisely.
It's amazing, isn't it? They are just getting too impatient. Did you saw the comments for the Equestria Girls movie follow-up on Equestria Daily?
Like I said before, I don't go to Equestria Daily.
Okay. Let me just give you a TLDR version. Everyone, at least the half of the comments, were calling Couch a Hasdrone. Everyone was saying that he was being paid by Hasbro, and that everyone who didn't who didn't agree with him, that got their comments removed, even though they weren't doing that at all. And they even have the decency to say that they have the guts to say that this is all free speech and they have the right to say what they think about him and that they think that he is a Hadron. My friend, free speech doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't work that way. And even if it does, that just means that I'm allowed to say that those guys are being complete morons, retarded morons that are the shame of the fandom. And if they say that I don't have the right to say that, then please let me refrain that you just said that this is free speech in your vision.
I reckon that those guys, they are truly fans of the show or the franchise because some people, they just like something to be part of a community, to be part of a fandom. And there's one about ponies. It's so stupid, but I don't care. It has a nice fandom. Okay, I like ponies. Please welcome me and stuff.
Yeah. I'm a fan of ponies, but if it has ponies, I hate it. Hashtag BronyLogic2013.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, this fandom. I mean, and what's worse is that there's a guy on the Equestria, an average user of the Equestria Daily that is a Sonic fan. That you can see that by his picture, that is a picture of modern Sonic and classic Sonic, and his name that is Homing Attack. And he even himself said that this fandom is incredibly hateful. A Sonic fan.
Because it is incredibly hateful.
This coming from a Sonic fan. Can you believe this?
I don't know how Sonic fans are supposed to be.
They just hate everything that is modern Sonic and say that the only good stuff is the Genesis titles.
I like Sonic Generations.
Me too. I'm a Sonic fan. I like both modern and classic Sonic, but there are Sonic fanboys who are against that crap. In fact, I'm gonna quote you his comment, which is the irony. It's right here, and it says, sometimes, I really fucking regret trying to get closer to this fan. This is his comment from a Sonic fan.
Shoot it.
This was his reaction. It's this. It's what I just said. I really fucking regret trying to get closer to this fan. This is what a Sonic fan said about the reaction to the Equestria Girls movie follow-up. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It gives us all a bad name, even though we aren't haters. The ones that are seem to be overwhelming us.
And apparently a guy on YouTube that is an average user of MLP told me that the majority of MLP right now are just trolls pretending to be bronies. So yeah, we can say that those both MLP and Pony-chan are going downhill. Because let's face it, I've been to Pony-chan and that website is getting a bit sour.
Pony-chan. I think I went there once.
Yeah, it's getting a bit sour these days. Mainly because of Dulcet. The guy pretty much says bullshit to everything he doesn't agree with.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it is.
I
haven't gone to MLP-chan or Equestria-chan, and I don't intend to because those are filled with clop.
I go to MLP quite often. I mean, sometimes
it's not. I'm not talking about MLP. I'm talking about MLP-chan, which is another message board like Pony-chan and Equestria-chan.
Oh no.
Yeah, MLP-chan and MLP-chan, from what I've heard, are filled with clop to the brim.
Prepare to my first reaction to MLP-chan. MLPchan.com.
But just Google it. The good thing is that it was where the Equestria Girls movie was leaked.
MLP-chan. Let's see.
Okay.
.net. Let's see. Oh, looks pretty harmless, I guess. Yeah, image board. Brony, the show. Let's see. It's discussing the show and its episodes. Here's Sweetie Belle. Here's that infamous picture of Twilight in Equestria Girls, saying over 9,000.
Oh yeah. Actually, no. MLP-chan doesn't include a prof clop because it's saying right here on the rules. Maybe I'm just talking about Equestria-chan.
Let's check that one out then.
Okay, this is gonna be...
Because I don't know any of those sites.
Yeah, this
Equestrian.org.
does have a bit. Yeah, it has a whole board just for Rule 34.
Oh my god.
Oh
No,
dear Lord.
actually, it has 2, 3,
Oh,
4.
welcome to B.
Let's check it out then.
Oh god.
Be random.
It's Equestria Chan. That's filming up to the brim. It's Equestria Chan.
Oh, it hurts my ears. Oh, it hurts my ears.
Oh dear Lord. I didn't even click on that.
Oh, horrifying.
Okay.
Let's scroll down.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
let's go down. And let's go back to talking about the bloody fandom. But it's amazing how Equestria Daily is becoming another sour website.
Equestria Daily.
Yeah, Equestria Daily. It's pretty much considered the biggest pony news website.
Yeah, I hear about it all the time.
And there's when the news show up for the first time. That actually they do come up. I think they come out faster on message boards because on Equestria Daily you have to send it to the guys who run it, and then they have to read the email and all that shit. So yeah, I don't think it's the most popular, but it's not the most reliable.
I think I went there like what, 3 times, 4 times. I know I went there once for the old fighting as magic shenanigans.
Oh yeah, I might address that on. Well, I'm just gonna address it right now. Alright, and I'm back. Jesus, I had to answer a phone call in the middle of a podcast. Unprofessionalism to the max. I'm sorry about that. I probably will edit that one bit of silence out once I get to the editing room. Okay, where was I? Oh, right. These websites are becoming so hateful, and it's kind of hard to find a decent website for bronies these days. I mainly stick around with Brony State, Meme Bay, My Little Bronies, Meme Bay's My Little Brony, and a bit of Tumblr. While Tumblr is not as good, it's fairly decent, Tumblr, actually. I'm already breaking the first rule of, well, Tumblr. Do not speak of Tumblr.
Well, I go to MLP because if something's big is happening, it's bound to be there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if I come over something on Facebook, I mean, oh my god, something's happening, go this, go there, it's going to be on Facebook, on any group. So I'm always kind of up to date on
I
important
usually
things.
wait for the news to get to Equestria Daily before I watch it, because let's face it, Equestria Daily is on my favorite tab bar, so I kinda tend to go to that website first. And the pony thread of the Chaos Theater forums, which I already talked to you about, which has some decent people.
Do they swear?
A bit, but
Did,
they aren't as hateful as the majority of the Brony websites.
okay, so they don't hate.
No, and we have civil arguments. We have your opinion is different, but to each their own. This is how the pony thread works.
This is how it should work everywhere,
And
not
that's how the
just on
majority
pony
of the threads on the
stuff.
forum works, because on the Chaos Theater, the mods and the admins are incredibly supervisional. They love to supervise our conversations, and but they are incredibly approachable. I don't have any problem with them at all. Some can be a bit ban happy looking at you, Psychotic Nekomata, and Camel Sawyer. Now I'm gonna get banned for saying this. No, just kidding. But they are decent guys. They do their best to keep the forum civil.
That's their job.
It's big enough to be an active forum, but it's small enough to remain civil. And the admins and mods do an amazing job, especially now that Avro became a mod.
I just now remembered something, which is kind of contradictional to what we have been saying here. You know, one of those tempo threads.
Yeah, on MLP, right?
Yeah, I think those are perfectly fine for every type of pony-based website. I mean, and I wonder why aren't there more of those threads? I mean, on Facebook, Equestria Daily, on those other sites that you talked about. I mean, everything about MLP, everyone says it's so bad, but then you have stuff like this, which is it sticks to the values, and nobody talks about them.
But what's those threads all about? I don't get them.
I think T stands for thread. Then, let me see. E is Equestria, M is musician, then is poetry, and O is other. So it's basically a thread for pony-related stuff, whether it's music, poetry, even, I don't know, videos, stuff. It's all about spreading the love.
I see. Wish that the rest of the threads were like that.
Because those threads are awesome. And the picture is awesome too. It's Octavia with tempo.
Yeah, I saw this. I saw it. But Jesus Christ. I'm even afraid of going to MLP nowadays.
No, it isn't as bad as you think. Come on, it isn't as bad as you think.
I've been there a lot during the month of February.
Oh, no. If you only went there for a month, then you might have gotten a bad month. Because I've been there yesterday and the day before yesterday, and I haven't seen a single club thread. I saw two tempos.
Many.
I saw two tempos, one Sweetie Belle thread, one Rainbow Dash thread, the occasional I want to come inside Rainbow Dash thread, which were club free, and I can't remember most of the and then there's those threads with Pinkie Pie with a bag of popcorn saying let's watch ponies, and those are safe and they stick to the rules, you know. I'm not saying rules. I've
seen a lot of conspiracy series threads on MLP about
the
show and all that, and it gets annoying.
So let me see. MLP Equestria Girls 3 Ready to Fire. I'm not sure what this is.
And let's not forget about the infamous hate threads about Meriwether Williams.
About who?
Meriwether Williams, one of the writers for the show, which wrote The Mysterious Ne'er-Do-Well and Heartwarming Eve.
I like those two.
I didn't.
I like them. Well, I know they may have not been the most.
Oh, and that reminds me,
episodes.
another good thing about season 3, it was the season when Meriwether Williams finally wrote a good episode.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that was when she finally wrote a good episode on season 3.
So, people hate Hana.
The majority, yeah. I don't hate her, but I can say that she's the worst writer of them all.
Okay, let me get a good metaphor for this situation. Some say that the iPhone is the worst cell phone ever. Do you hate on it?
I don't hate it.
This is a bad example, but are you going to hate something just because it isn't as good as the others?
No, I'm not. As I said before, I don't hate her. I know that she has potential, and that shows on Wonderbolt Academy. But on the other episodes, she bastardizes the characters, she defies the canon.
She defies the canon?
Yeah.
Where?
Heartwarming Eve. That episode is a massive plot hole.
Wait a second. Heartwarming Eve. What's that episode all about? Is that the one with Shirley and Big Mac?
No, that's Hearts and
Hooves. Yeah.
Heartwarming Eve is the one that looks like Christmas.
The what?
The one that feels like Christmas.
Oh.
The one about the history of Equestria and all that and how it was made.
I don't remember that one.
Basically, it's like there were 3 pony tribes that eventually, after having many conflicts, got together and formed the nation of Equestria, raising a flag with Celestia and Luna on it, and without Celestia and Luna to be found in the episode because they were never there. And then they say that Starscroll the Bearded already existed before Luna and Celestia, even though Luna says on Luna Eclipse that she knew Starscroll the Bearded. So overall, it's a massive plot hole, that episode. It just defies everything, every bit of lore that the show tried to bring.
Now that you mentioned Starscroll the Bearded, I reckon we'll see him in season 4. What do you think?
About the spell that many people are complaining about, I do believe that the spell is a Chekhov's gun, like they did in Cardcaptor Sakura. Also, ever watch that?
Nope.
No, basically, on Cardcaptor Sakura is an anime about a girl called Sakura who captures spirits or gods and traps them in cards.
Oh, I know what it is. I watched that as a kid.
At a certain point in the show, she captures light and dark, which she only ends up using at the end of the show, in the final showdown. Before that, we don't even know what they did, and that's what I think the spell will do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're going into another topic, our wish list for season 4 or the future of the show.
I can't wait for season 4 because
yeah, me neither.
It starts winter. January.
And what about that headcanon about Discord being Starscroll the Bearded?
I thought about that too. I mean, that's one of the conspiracy theories I saw.
I'm gonna wait and see. I doubt they had that intention when they came up with Discord, as I said on my review. But I'm gonna wait and see. I'm just gonna say one thing. If they ever do that, I expect not even Celestia to know the truth.
Yeah, because if she knew, she would have already mentioned it. And Twilight seems like a pretty big fan.
Because the way she reacted to Discord on Return of Harmony and the way she thinks about Starscroll the Bearded are the complete opposite.
Yep.
I really need to write another fan fiction.
Then do.
I'm too lazy to do that. The motivation I had to write my fan fiction was because the season 3 finale was gonna modify the canon of the show, and I didn't want my fan fiction to be ruined because of that. Because my fan fiction worked as a goddamn prologue for that.
Really?
Yeah, it did.
For the season 3 finale?
Yeah, it works sort of that.
So what happens in that fanfiction?
Ever played The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past?
Unfortunately, no. I never owned a Nintendo console.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna link you about after the stream.
Okay.
So that people can read it and call it crap. Because let's face it, even I wrote it in a bloody day.
Really?
Yes.
It's a bloody
Academy record.
Really? Yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna link you after the podcast.
Okay.
Okay, so now my expectations for season 4. For the love of God, give at least one of the Cutie Mark Crusaders their cutie marks.
You saw those prototypes I posted on Facebook?
Yeah, I saw.
They don't look bad. I mean,
they don't match my headcanons. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think they kind of do match. They're not as bad as I thought they would be. I mean, they can definitely do better.
Okay, but seriously, on season 4, at least give their cutie marks to at least one of the Cutie Mark Crusaders.
And it can be Scootaloo.
Yeah, or Sweetie Belle. Sweetie Belle, preferably Sweetie Belle, because I already have a huge scenario already planned for her for season 4. But please, just do that. It has been 3 seasons.
Sweetie Belle has a sister. Scootaloo doesn't. Scootaloo deserves to get a cutie mark first.
Well, Scootaloo now has a sister.
Oh, okay, right, but it's not a real sister, It's like a close friend.
And by the way, and another season,
that she's older, but
and another wish for season 4. Please show us bring back Pinkie Pie's parents. We want to see what happened to them. What happened to Pinkie Pie? Is she Amish or not?
I could go with little cupcakes here. and say that Pinkie Pie killed them.
Don't.
All of them.
I've read many fan fictions like that. I still believe that
It's kind of fun when you think about it.
I still believe that she is Amish and she decided to stay on Ponyville after her room spring was over. You have no idea of what I'm talking about, right?
I have no idea.
Okay, let me tell you about it. You know what an Amish is, right?
Actually, I'm not saying Amish. No. What is that?
Okay, I'm gonna read you off the Wikipedia. Amish, sometimes referred to as Amish Mennonites, I think that's how it's pronounced, are a group of traditionally Christian church fellowships that form a subgroup of the Mennonite churches. Basically, it's a kind of Christian people that don't believe in technology.
Oh, so
and live in farms.
They are fanatics then.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
And they have a time called they have this thing called the room spring in which it's a sort of some kind of introduction or I'm missing the word. It's some kind of a bit of a ceremony in their religion in which the sons who wish to partake in their religion, in their beliefs, they must go and spend an amount of time, which I'm not sure about, on a big city to see the rest of the world. And once they get back, they have the choice of staying with their families and being a full Amish, or not staying and or going away and being a normal people in the outside world.
So you're saying that Pinkie Pie chose to abandon her religion?
Maybe she liked living in Ponyville more, and that's why she decided to stay.
Yeah.
Because the Amish we live sheltered from the rest of society.
Now that, after listening to that explanation, it kind of makes sense.
It does.
Of course, assuming that flashback that we saw is true. Because she finishes the bloody sentence saying, and that's how Equestria was made! So it leads me to believe that she was trolling the Kinemark.
Well, taking in mind that in Magic 2 we saw someone who resembled Pinkie Pie's father, I guess we can say that it's true.
It's true.
Remember when Trixie was on the rock farm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nod. And what's an even bigger nod is that the first one to respond to that was Pinkie Pie.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
She was the one who reacted to Trixie working on a rock farm. Emmy Larson,
I miss so much when I'm watching
the guy who only wrote 3 bad episodes. That being Return of Harmony and Luna Eclipsed. Oh no, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. Better get my flame shield.
Yes! Where's my flamethrower? Did you just said that Luna Eclipsed is a bad episode?
Yeah.
It's my favorite episode.
It tackles the aspect of bullying wrong.
It tackles bullying? Really?
It doesn't even, but
I think it doesn't. I mean, Luna is not bullying anyone.
But she is being bullied by the rest of the town.
No, she's not being bullied.
Yes, she is.
She's not. She's not being.
I have experience from that.
I was bullied for 3 bloody years.
It's not.
That's not bullying.
It's not physical bullying. It's more of an emotional bullying.
No, in the eyes of the villagers, they were the ones getting bullied, so it doesn't really work that way.
What did they did for that? For shits and giggles.
It tackles social disconnection.
They were making fun of her. Isn't that bullying?
It tackles social disconnection. That's what it does.
It could have done a better job.
I know. The only thing I know that I love that episode. I watch it twice in English, once or twice in Portuguese, and
whoa. A season 2 episode in Portuguese?
Yep, it's airing on the kids channel. I actually, yeah, I saw it. everyone on the group was saying, "Oh, season 2 is premiering in Portuguese today."
Really?
They
How did I miss that?
They called Discord Discordia.
Oh God!
That's a god awful name. But the voice
They
acting
actually
is
changed his name.
yeah, they changed his name. But the voice acting is kind of solid. I didn't actually hear his voice, but I thought the episode with Luna in Portuguese was awesome.
Oh dear Lord! But
Even in Portuguese.
I mean, they don't change the names in the first season. They don't change the name to the rest of the characters, but they do for Discord.
Yeah, because Discord,
Yeah, I know.
yeah. It's understandable. I don't agree with it, but it's understandable. I understand why they did that.
But then again, it's a name.
Yeah, I know its name. But even so, some of my friends that they are not bronies. They actually they would be Pegasuses. They don't watch My Little Pony. But one of them babysits a kid who actually watches My Little Pony. So she ended up watching that Luna episode, and on the next day she came to me and said, "Oh, I watched an episode of My Little Pony yesterday." Really? Yeah, it's that one where it's like Halloween, and I was like, I immediately freaked out because you watched Luna Eclipsed, and she was like, yeah, that's the one I watched. You watched my favorite episode. That one's epic. Come on, it's epic. That one is epic. Even if I just remember Luna's tackling her caps lock queen persona. Yes, citizens of Canterlot, heed by your queen.
Speech. bow to us, pleasants, for we are the something.
No, Twilight Sparkle, we shall use a royal Canterlot voice when dealing to our subjects.
She actually did it on Keep Comment Further On.
What?
She actually used the Royal Canterlot speech in Keep Comment Further On, Twilight Sparkle.
Really?
Yeah, at the beginning when she was shouting at Celeste, right in Celeste's face. Oh God,
That's foreshadowing. That is foreshadowing.
I know, right? It was also foreshadowing that Cadence was teaching her the ways to be a princess in Games Ponies Play.
Yeah.
Remember the breathe and get calm down. Yeah, foreshadowing, people. Okay, but
it shouldn't have come as a big surprise, but I was kind of bummed at the beginning.
Oh,
no. They're giving wings to Twilight.
I don't watch the Portuguese version of MLP that much for two reasons. One, I'm not a big fan of the dub.
Come on, Portuguese dubbers are great.
Yeah, the one for MLP isn't that good. Especially Rainbow Dash, I feel like...
yeah.
I feel like shooting my audience off whenever I hear Rainbow Dash in Portuguese.
They nailed Fluttershy's voice, even though.
Bit. She sounds manlier for some reason.
Manlier?
Yeah.
No. She doesn't sound manlier. She sounds soft spoken and sweet and
But she still sounds a bit manlier. Pinkie Pie went full anime girl.
Yeah.
Rarity. Okay, I get it that she was a bit like Rouge the Bat, but did you just have to make her sound exactly like Rouge the Bat?
I never watched Rouge the Bat or whatever.
Ever played a Sonic game?
I played the Genesis, the Mega Drive ones.
Okay, Rouge the Bat is a character from the
Sonic Heroes
games. Had her debut in Sonic Adventure 2. In fact, just Google Rouge the Bat. Just for the love of God, do not go to Google Images.
Google Images.
Don't. Please don't.
Rouge the Bat.
Don't.
Let's see what comes up.
Oh, God.
Okay. It's white.
Please don't scroll down. Just don't.
Let me see.
If you care for your own sake, don't scroll down.
Don't worry. Nothing harmful. Okay, here's a pregnant Rouge the Bat. A humanized Rouge the Bat. Amy being buried in the beach. And Nunkles and Rouge the Bat. She in the bikini. Still still okay. Here she has no eyes. Again in a bikini. I haven't seen anything that's for 18 and older. Here she looks like Chester from the Cheetos,
Okay.
kissing Mega Man or whatever.
But you get the drill. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah,
It's gonna get worse. Just for the love of God, don't.
yeah. I was just provoking you.
And okay, thank God. But as I was saying, they made Rarity sound exactly like her.
Well,
And
I never heard her voice, but
Applejack, the lack of
Applejack
accent.
was awesome.
Okay, but the lack of accent bothers me a bit.
It does, but you know they couldn't get a southern redneck
Yeah,
accent
true.
to a port.
That's true.
No,
And Twilight, how am I gonna say this? GLaDOS has more emotion than Twilight when talking.
oh come on, she does. Oh,
At least the Portuguese version.
she sounds fine. She
Okay.
sounds
That's
fine.
one of the reasons why I don't like the Portuguese dub of MLP, the dub. The second reason is because it only airs on Saturdays, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm actually
when
not sure.
I went see on the TV guide, and whenever there's, I'm not home alone. So yeah.
That must be a compact, I guess. The one on Saturdays must be a compact because you know last year before the season 2 premiere, I was working at a hotel and I noticed that some kids left the TV on. So I went there, I changed to the kids channel, and I was at reception watching MLP in Portuguese, and it was actually quite fun. So I got to watch the best night ever. And that's how I got acquainted with
Remember
the character.
the dub screw up they made with that one? They made Spitfire sound like James from Team Rocket.
Yeah. I wasn't actually sure whether Spitfire was a guy or a gal until recently. Actually, until the Wonderbolts Academy. I was like, what the hell? Is that pony person something? A bloke or a girl? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was a screw up.
It's like her design isn't the best, really,
Yeah.
because they want to make her look cool and manly, but they don't work on the very few feminine aspects that she could have.
And I would record the episodes just like I do with Doctor Who. But then again, I'm afraid my mom might go into the archives to look for and see that I have almost every single episode of My Little Pony recorded on the TV box. I'm not a closet brony, people. My friends know. I just don't want to tell my parents because I don't want to end up getting kicked out of the house.
I have ponies exposed in my room for everyone to see, so I don't really care.
I have a wallpaper, but my mom doesn't even give a fuck about it. A wallpaper on my computer screen, but my mom doesn't even give a fuck about it. She already stared at it multiple times, but she doesn't even notice.
Them, you know, that might be a hint that she doesn't care.
I know.
She doesn't care. I mean, if I were a parent,
Then again,
my kid likes ponies.
It's just a wallpaper with a record and saying DJ Pone 3. So yeah.
My wallpaper is Rainbow Dash taking a nap on a cloud, just like on the first episode.
Oh, I have to get a more obvious wallpaper. I ever want my parents to know this. I really do.
I was like, one day I think we were eating or something, and my sister was talking about some great TV shows that she was she was seeing recently, and then I said, okay, I'll watch that one. And on the next day, I said, you know what? I watched that one that you talked about yesterday. I haven't watched anything with that much attention ever since I watched My Little Pony. Am I there? What you? Excuse me, can you say that again, please? And I said, I watched that series with a full attention meter, and that didn't happen ever since I watched My Little Pony. You watch My Little Pony? Yeah, it's a fun show. I mean, the animation is nice, the jokes are funny, the characters are well developed, most of them. But yeah, I like it. Don't tell that to to anybody. Come on, save yourself.
And yet you're telling that to me, and
I told everybody. Everybody in my class knows that I like ponies. And if I had a Brony T-shirt, I would wear it proudly.
yeah, maybe one, maybe I would have taken one to the anime con we had this year if I had one. But then again, I don't have one because I don't want to get too much I don't want my parents to know this.
You have to work.
They spend they spend 18 years raising a kid, trying to make him a man, and then I get to say, hey, I'm watching a show called My Little Pony.
Well, then show them the manliest brony in the world.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest here. The manliest brony in the world is cringeworthy. I'm sorry, it's cringeworthy because I'm going to be perfectly honest. If I got out of my house and went to the nearby park and I saw a guy like him wearing a My Little Pony t-shirt, I would go back home and get a gun and call the police because I would thought that guy's a pedophile. That guy is here to get the little girls. So I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it.
If you ever see that, there is another way. You have to check if he's a pedophile or not. And that
bro.
Yeah, bro. If he bro-hoofs you back, yeah, he's a brony. If he doesn't, he's a pedophile, then go call the police.
Yeah, but you are forgetting the very likely scenario that he actually researched stuff before hunting, and he actually might bro-hoof back. Just for the sake of appearing normal. A normal brony.
Oh boy.
But I'm being serious.
Yeah.
You just need to have a long conversation with your folks. Telling them
I do.
My masculinity is not affected in the least by liking My Little Pony.
Me neither. Everyone I know, but my parents know about it, and they just they made fun of it. They made fun of it a bit sometimes, but then again, it wasn't anything too offensive, and they immediately stopped. Heck, I even got two to come to my house so I could record their reactions to Magical Mystery Cure, which I will upload a video for this channel called Non-Bronies React to Magical Mystery Cure. I'm just waiting for the other reactions from the other guys to send me.
That's actually nice. That's
actually a good idea because I wanted to do something to celebrate the end of season 3, but Bronies React to Magical Mystery Cure would be too obvious. Yeah. A review would be too obvious. So I decided to be original. Non-Bronies React to Magical Mystery Cure.
I could get my sister to watch. No. It's not worth the pain. It's not worth the pain.
Why? She doesn't like the show?
I could get my friends to watch it though. My girlfriend and my other girl friends to watch it, and I could record their expressions, I guess.
Well, if you want to, you can record. You have to record their whole reaction to the full episode, and you have to give me you send me the whole reaction, the whole 22 minutes, plus some questions that they must answer.
Okay, you'll send me a file later with all the questions. Yeah,
they must answer the questions, and also make sure that they say stuff during the while they are watching the episode and in English. Because while I was recording my friends, the majority just kept watching without saying anything. They did say something like Neo in the Matrix, and you have entered the Twilight Zone, but besides that, it wasn't anything special. So I guess the format of the reaction video will have to be something completely different.
Did no one thought of Avatar Aang when Twilight was transported into the space or whatever the hell that was?
I thought about Homestuck.
I thought Twilight Sparkle is in the I don't know, in a plane of the knowledge or something. Yeah, the whole Avatar. And then I thought Avatar Aang would come. I'm going to make you a woman.
It also reminded me of the whole Avatar stuff, but it mainly reminded me from Homestuck. You can watch it after the podcast, which I guess we can end because it has been over 1 hour now.
It's
So
fun. It's been
I
fun.
I guess you already know us. You've heard us talking a bit. We've discussed our opinions on topics. So I guess we will end the podcast now. I'm Kaiskov09, the Dead Geek Gamer, and he is LordMarluxia11.
Just Mox is fine. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers, everyone, and we are out.
Out.